I don't even think they understand that singing is a calling. It's like a pastor also monetizing his gift. That is, let's watch Frank Edwards and Sinach for the next 20 years.
All right, so I'm sure you have seen the video of Pastor Chris that trended recently, where he got talking about some of the renowned musical gospel artists that left his church, and he gave a warning to them. In case you have not seen that video, I've left a link of a video which I did regarding that. It happens that Apostle Tekim had an online section with Endtime Truth, a YouTuber also on this platform. They got talking about a lot of things. Maybe later on we got to discuss some of the things, some of the doctrinal issues which they talked about. Quite interesting to note that this aspect of the news that got trended was discussed. And here is what Apostle Takim had to say concerning those people that left. Now, you must understand that all of the view that he shared here are exclusively his own opinion. I might not totally agree with everything that was said there.
Let's watch Frank Edwards and Sinach for the next 20 years. Let's see the result of whatever they are talking now with Christ House on the Rock. Let time tell us. You see, I don't like people who behave like ingrates. I'm not saying Chris Oyekan is perfect, but at least nobody will have known Sinach without Christ Embassy. Nobody will have known Frank Edwards without Christ Embassy. So all this nonsense, people forget who gave them water when they were dying. Was it not the same Frank Edwards that was giving a lot of testimonies about Christ Embassy? How the house he got in Lagos and all of that stuff. So what is he talking about? Who will have known Sinach? Who will have known Sinach if not for Christ Embassy? I salute Pastor Chris Oyekan. I don't know him personally. He doesn't know him personally, but I'm talking based on the kingdom of God. I salute Pastor Chris Oyekan. He's the only preacher in Nigeria. I see him having the heart of Archbishop Benson Idahosa. Archbishop Benson Idahosa was so selfless. When that man died, I said to myself, nobody can enter his shoe. When they were saying that Oyedepo should enter his shoe, Oyedepo now said that he will enter Jesus' shoes. I said to myself, of course, you cannot enter Idahosa's shoes. Idahosa was selfless. All these guys are very selfish. He was selfless. He sacrificed himself for all these ministers to stand. That was why when Idahosa was alive, nobody knows Adeboye. Nobody knows him. He deemed everybody because the guy sacrificed. He was detribalized. He was not tribalistic. Go to Winners. If you don't know how to speak Yoruba, you're in trouble. Mountain of Fire. If you don't know how to speak Yoruba, you're in trouble. Redeem. If you don't know how to speak Yoruba, you're in trouble. I believe people like Nathaniel Bassey, if they have not married or grown in Yoruba land, it seemed to me that maybe the wife is a Yoruba or something. Somebody said the wife is Adeboye's wife or something. If that never happened, nobody would have known Nathaniel Bassey. The real spiritual father of Nathaniel Bassey is an Akwa Ibom man. Me, I'm from Cross River State. So I would say me and Nathaniel Bassey were like from the same place. He's a Akwa Ibom man. Nathaniel Bassey's father is Akwa Ibom. When he sang his first two songs, a wonderful song of Is Your Name Written in the Book of Life. To me, that's Nathaniel Bassey's best song. He sang it when that his future father was still alive. But they swap everything because they are looking for, how do we call it? A platform. You get my point. So, Oyekan, to me, for him to, not every preacher on earth can develop those people like that, can raise such stars. God has graced Oyekan to raise such people in gospel artists, such people of amazing influence. Why didn't House on the Rock raise his own? And nature in Abuja, he uses other people's whatever. So a lot of pastors, they manage talent, they don't raise them. Oyekan raised, he took them from nowhere and put them on the global platform. So if he tells you, daughter, don't charge money, if you're a good daughter, you will listen to your father. All of us, we have fathers, not that we like your father can do something that you don't like, but he's still your father. You and your father can quarrel, but he's still your father. So why will you and your father quarrel? You now left and go and get another place. You see, people don't understand. Look at what I realized. I know these people, I don't think you will still hear them in the next 20 years because a wandering star expires. The Bible says a bird that leaves its place is going to drop. Watch, is it not Frank Edwards? Are you hearing Frank Edwards again? The Frank Edwards that was shaking the music industry in Nigeria. Where is he? People like Moses Bliss have quenched all of them. So even Sinach, watch out. Give her the next 20 years, and let's see if she will even be remembered. Because you see, if somebody gave his back for you to have height, the person may not be perfect. The person may be saying anything. Please recognize that and reason with him and say that since you say we should not be charging, which is scriptural. You're not supposed to monetize your gift, which is scriptural. You say we should not be charging, so what do? He will not guide you. One good thing about Natalie Bassey that I'm told, he doesn't charge money. That's what I'm told. Are people not singing his songs? Is he not getting money? Victoria Orenze, I don't think she also charges. I don't think. So, but they are still having relevance. They are making a lot of impact. So what are you charging? Why are you monetizing everything? That is why all this issue of message and the concept, all this nonsense, because they monetize the gift of God. If the gift of God is not monetized, there'll be no crisis. Any gift of God you monetize becomes demonic. Any gift of God you monetize. That is why I said any gospel song that a sinner can sing without getting convicted in his heart of his sin, that gospel song is empty. It does not have the power of God. It does not have the power of God because the person who is singing it has monetized the gift. So if you monetize the gift, it loses the impact. Like I said, watch these people. Give them 20 years. I mean, 20 years is even too far. Let's just say 10, 15 years. You will not hear them again. So that is when people will not know whether what they did is wrong or right. So of all places, Frank Edwards, that was like how do we call it? A household name, a heavy influence. Look at those, his music. You are now going to be a music director in a how do we call the place? House on the Rock. Is it not? What's the name of this one? Who dance anyhow? What's that his name? The one that was in House on the Rock before, that used to hold the Lagos community choir, who is now in the US.
What's the name now? I can't remember the name. I can't.
Something Godfrey. I think something Godfrey. Tim Godfrey, yes. Tim Godfrey. Okay. Was it not the one coordinating those choirs? No. Now he's out there. So Frank Edwards, now you accept. You want to. Me, I even thought that Frank Edwards is going to stay with Enneche because he was giving one testimony and saying he went somewhere to sing and his gift died. Enneche prayed for him. He was supposed to stay with Enneche. You see, all these games that these people are playing with themselves, I don't even think they understand that singing is a calling. Maybe they see it as a business. It's a calling like preaching. It's like a pastor also monetizing his gift. That is